Alright, hello guys, welcome back. Today is February 19th, Thursday, 7 p.m. Um, just a quick recap of today and what I'm looking for Friday to wrap up the week. Starting off with NQ here on the daily. Um, you know, we got some bearishness off of this FEG, and if you look at it on the hourly, right about here would have been the best trade, of course, London. So if you trade London, Um, maybe some type of trade could have been trade into this 1 hour FEG with overlapping daily FEG, and then look for a 15-minute rate of highs, which we get that right here. Maybe an SMT here, and look to short at the change in state of delivery right here, and then target that low, that low, that low, that low, and all of that would have hit. Now, personally, I don't trade London, but I did catch a New York trade, which if I pull up MNQ, will be a little bit more obvious. Okay, I actually don't have, oh, I don't have it on here, but essentially the shorting was, let's see here, it was right around right here, and let me tell you what happened. What happened was I entered, it went all the way down. Sorry, it was like this. It went all the way down to here, and I did not take profit. I thought today was going to be the day where we finally get some volatility, and I just did not. I moved my stops to break even, and I got stopped out for break even. I re-entered shorts. It moved down to here. Um, yeah, it moved down to like right here, and I went back to break even. Got stopped out for break even. Um, and then which is why you should always listen to yourself and follow your model and um, avoid being greedy on low probability days, consolidated days. Because what I ended up doing was I ended up taking a long that was, not really my model. I understood that maybe we wanted to go for that 1 hour FEG. So I entered, I mean, it was still low leverage, but I just took a quick long 1 to 1 and I actually got a win, and I just took that. But this all would have been avoidable if I had just taken my 1 hour and just moved on with the day. And I'm glad that didn't go bad because if that long didn't hit, then it could have led to a spiral, could have led to pretty bad things. So lesson learned on my end: don't get greedy. Take your 1 hour, take your 1.5 hour if the conditions aren't the best, and they haven't been. Um, but yeah, going back to the chart, we had that SMT with YM we had mentioned, and then we started moving lower from here. Now, really here, I do want to see some bearishness and a move lower down to this low and this rejection block. But to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get that, and I wouldn't be surprised if we run higher as a um, TGIF as a end to this consolidation madness. But I am actively going to look for shorts tomorrow, and if it does move higher, then it moves higher, and I'm not gonna try and um, go against my intended bias, if that makes sense. Looking at the dollar has, I mean, it's still pretty bullish. It's broke above this high, but now it's starting to find some type of resistance. You have a few 1 hour bearish candles closing, one 4 hour bearish hour, 1 4 hour bearish candle. So, this could be indicative of bearish dollar now after sweeping the high into this FEG, or it could continue higher. If we do want bullish NQ, this could align. Maybe we move down into this imbalance right here and then find support and then continue higher. And if we don't, then I would look for just to trade lower down into these lows, into this FEG. And if we do, if London, I'm sorry, not London, if we do decide to trade higher, I'd look for support off of this and then continuing higher. Looking at ZB, ZB is starting to align itself with NQ, but it's still very slow and lethargic. So ZB swept that rejection block high, move lower, Wednesday move lower, and then today it kind of found bullishness and respected this daily FEG. Uh, this again, this could be aligning with bullish NQ. But what I'm watching for right now is whether or not we want to respect its FEG and continue higher, or if we want to move lower, perhaps invert it, and then continue lower up down into this FEG. Which for NQ again, it's it's either we respect its FEG and we start moving lower from it, or we move higher, maybe break above it, find support, and then continue higher. But I don't, I wouldn't be surprised if we do get that higher price on the dollar on NQ. My bad. Hope you found this insightful. Take care. Be safe.